It's a peaceful Labor Day weekend in Cerritos, California, a suburb of Los Angeles. Children are playing at a local schoolyard, and not far away, a small plane takes off for a holiday weekend in the nearby mountains. At the same time, Aeroméxico Flight 498 from Tijuana is on its final approach to Los Angeles International Airport. No one is aware of the impending tragedy that will forever mark August 31st, 1986 in aviation history. Without warning, the two planes collide in midair. Ralph Restadius, an off-duty firefighter, is in his car at a stop sign when something odd catches his eye.
Well, I was looking out the front windshield and I saw a plane coming down, but it was not flying in the right position. It was heading straight towards the ground.
Inside their home, Edward and Alice Real hear a strange sound.
At first I thought it was thunder, but then I realized the rest of it was clear outside. How could it be thunder?
The terrible sound gets louder. Alice and Edward's frightened 3-year-old son runs to his mother. Edward grabs their baby.
I really realized that it was an airplane coming in.
I thought I was never going to see my husband again. We were thinking goodbye and I love you.
A mile away, in his car, Ralph can see Flight 498 crashing to the ground.
At first it was disbelief, and then when the fireball erupted, that's when it became a reality.
Ralph's firefighter training takes over, and he heads to the crash site. The airliner has slammed into many houses. It has ignited fires and scattered debris over several blocks. The Reals run from their house. Flames are billowing from their roof. They are shocked when they run out into the street.
The house next door had turned into toothpicks. Things were still falling out of the sky. I mean, you're talking airplane parts.
We weren't sure what was the safest area to exit to save our life. And my husband was more or less just keep running, don't stop.
Twisted sections of the plane lie on lawns. Smoke and fire cover the neighborhood. Despite being off-duty and having no protection from the fire, Ralph is now running into the burning homes, looking for survivors.
As I went from house to house to do the search, that's the area where I saw the first body. And that's when it really emotionally started to hit me that there was a lot of lives possibly lost in this massacre.
Emergency crews arrive, moving cautiously through the debris-filled street to reach the crash site. They begin to extinguish the flames, but everything in the jet's path has been obliterated. Police and coroners search through the wreckage, looking for victims. They only find body parts burnt beyond recognition. They cover them with yellow blankets. Remnants of the lives lost can be seen scattered all over the neighborhood. As the fires are extinguished, rescuers realize the scope of the tragedy. All 64 passengers and crew on Flight 498 have been killed. 15 people on the ground have also lost their lives, including the Real's neighbors on both sides of their home. 3 blocks away, the small plane that collided with the jet lies crumpled in a schoolyard. Miraculously, it missed hitting any children, but neither the pilot nor his 2 passengers survived. An investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board found that the single-engine Piper airplane flew into the restricted airspace around Los Angeles International without radioing for permission. According to the accident report, the air traffic controller did not observe the small plane on his radar display. As Flight 498 was given permission to descend and land, the small plane flew into it. It struck the tail of the jet, sending both aircraft to the ground. Since the accident, the use of airspace over crowded airports like Los Angeles International has been redesigned, so small and large aircraft are segregated. Air traffic controllers can now see more than just the location of a plane, and radar technology has improved, according to Sherry Avery, manager of air traffic control at LAX.
We have radar scopes that have the aircraft's flight number, its type of airplane, its ground speed as projected on the radar, its altitude, and destination, which runway it's going to land on. So it gives the controller a 3D picture. And it's important because we need to be able to give information to other airplanes that are operating within 30 miles.
Firefighter Ralph Restadius received several awards for his heroism that day. He says the accident has had a profound effect on his life.
Families there were totally wiped out in one instant, and so it helped me be able to appreciate things a little bit better, because what is here today might not be tomorrow.
The horrible memory of one of California's worst air disasters still haunts the Real family. They've moved away from Cerritos, thankful to be alive.
Well, I can say somebody was watching over us because it was too close for comfort. When everybody else died around you, it doesn't make sense. So somebody must have been watching over us. That's the way I look at it.
Alice and Edward now have 3 sons. They say they are thankful for every second they have to watch their boys grow up. Although devastated by the loss of their neighbors, they hope aviation advances will not only keep our skies safer, but protect those on the ground as well.